Everybody say Walgreens do right by us.
Walgreens do right by.
Community members, leaders, and families rallied, saying the loss of this Walgreens at 86th and Cottage Grove won't just close a store, it will take away a critical lifeline.
We're not here to beg Walgreens to stay. We're saying that their decision is the wrong decision. And in my opinion, it should be considered a first-degree corporate crime.
You have the south side of Chicago where they are experiencing some closings of some Walgreens locations, and they should be ashamed. I'm not talking about Walgreens should be ashamed. I'm talking about the community should be ashamed. At what point do you think a business can sustain itself if the community is stealing from that business and allowing people to steal from that business, is allowing people to threaten employees so employees feel safe to even go into work? Yes, the community should be governing and policing themselves. You see something, you should say something. But unfortunately, stealing from these businesses and acting up at these businesses, trying to demonstrate your bravado, trying to be performative, this is the consequences. This is the consequences here. Businesses say, hey, it is no longer safe for our employees or customers to come there, and we're not profitable. This right here, it should be a cautionary tale, right? Because you're seeing this more and more and more and more.
On the south side, people showed up to push back against a Walgreens closing. The doors are set to close next month. Walgreens says it's due to safety issues, but it will leave thousands without nearby access to life-saving medication. Tia Ewing has more.
Everybody say Walgreens do right by us.
Walgreens do right by.
Community members, leaders, and families rallied, saying the loss of this Walgreens at 86th and Cottage Grove won't just close a store, it will take away a critical lifeline.
We're not here to beg Walgreens to stay. We're saying that their decision is the wrong decision. And in my opinion, it should be considered a first-degree corporate crime. Because the amount of people that will be hurt by this, the amount of elders that will not have access to health care is evil.
Walgreens.
Okay, a corporate crime. Now, do I feel bad for the elders? Absolutely, man. I am a man that listened to my elders growing up. I loved hearing the stories. And certain elders, you follow the way they moved in the world, right? You admired them and you tried to emulate them in a sense, you know, the good ones. Why is it now you're speaking up for the elders, right? You're grandstanding right now. It almost feels disingenuous because these are the things that we should be pushing in the community now, before it gets to the point where they got to say, look, it is unsafe for people to sit up here and work at our location. It's a huge liability for us. And on top of that, we're losing money. Look out for the elders now. Talk to the young people now. Talk to the people out there that's stealing. You know, tell people, look, we can't do this to businesses because this right here is a pattern. Businesses are leaving.
It says the store is closing due to safety concerns, including theft and violence. But residents say that doesn't match what they see day to day.
The lie that they're telling us is it's a health or a loss prevention issue. When 12th and State Street had loss prevention, they redesigned. Again, this neighborhood is not broke.
The nearest pharmacy will soon be more than a mile away, a distance residents say is especially hard for seniors.
It has been a lifeline for many. It has been a place where seniors walk, sometimes slowly, sometimes with assistance, but with dignity, to pick up their medications that keep them alive. Not across town, not 2 bus rides away, right here in their community.
For families managing serious health conditions, consistency is critical.
29 years, my husband has dealt with kidney issues. 2-time transplant, I donated the second one. Walgreens has been a staple in our lives where we come for medication. Being a transplant recipient, that means he's on lifelong medication, something we don't have time to search for, to find out where can we get what he needs.
Over a year ago.
And you know, I feel bad for people like this because we all have people in our family, elders, that need medication. They need access to this. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the other people, the younger people, the people that sit up here and champion and I'm going to use a euphemism here, they champion ninja behavior. And when you sit up here and champion it and you think it's funny and you think it's cool and you want to go ahead and give instructions on how you go and rob these places and how you could go ahead and take advantage of businesses like this, well, this right here is the outcome. This here is what happens in a lot of these communities throughout the country. You're seeing it more and more now. Consequences. But you got people out here spreading the propaganda. Now, you want to push this, this is not about theft and safety. It's not about these things. So it can't possibly be about these things. So why are other corporations shutting down their businesses, man? It's for the same thing. You're talking about theft. You're talking about safety. And this is how bad it is. You even have some common sense folks lose their mind every now and then, get in the face of the employee because they just feel like the employee is a servant, right? So they'll sit up here and berate the employee, say all these unnecessary things over something that's so minuscule. It's just frivolous. And then you behave this way. And then you got more and more people who don't even want to work for these corporations because of the environment that they're put in. It's crazy, man. It's deeper than what these people are out here grandstanding about, man, and spreading propaganda against Walgreens and other
shuttered
companies.
Locations in Bronzeville, Little Village, South Chicago, and South Shore. Another specialty pharmacy is set to close on 71st Street in the coming weeks. Residents say this shows there's a pattern.
They closed 63rd and King Drive. They closed 63rd and Halsted. They closed 47 in Ashland. They closed 63rd and Kedzie.
To pick up prescriptions.
All the neighborhoods are bad neighborhoods, especially over there on King Drive, man.
It takes people
Bad.
45 to an hour.
Prescriptions will be automatically transferred after the store closes June 4th to a location about 1.3 miles away on East 87th Street, and patients will be eligible for 90 days of free delivery, but not everyone has reliable transportation.
My aunt lives 4 blocks away from this Walgreens. She just recently got out the hospital to have emergency surgery. She doesn't have a vehicle. She doesn't have transportation. She doesn't have a way to get to the Walgreens on Stony Island unless I take off of work because her only child, lives in Michigan. So this place isn't just a store on this corner.
For some, the impact is personal and immediate.
I have a 76-and-a-half-year-old mother that had a lung transplant, and the medications that she take compromises her immune system, so she can't be around people. I'm holding a bag with medicine that my mother takes every single day for the rest of her life. Every pill bottle in here has a Walgreens cap on it.
A lost residents say goes beyond convenience and directly affects access to care.
I saw a Walgreens pharmacy, and my wife was like, "That's a small Walgreens." I said, "No, that's just a pharmacy. That's all we're asking for."
The closure is set to happen June 4th. Walgreens says employees won't lose their jobs. They have been offered positions at other locations.
See, at least they're not being vitriolic here, because I've heard some other situations where people just out of control, and they'll paint this narrative like as if the businesses, like as if the businesses aren't being honest about the reasons why they're closing. Like there's some agenda. Man, let me tell you something. If those businesses in those communities were super safe and they're very profitable, them Walgreens wouldn't be leaving. They don't care. The color they care most about is green. And I am pro corporations, and I am not pro corporations on certain topics, but I digress. In this situation right here, okay, where's the reciprocity? There is none. And as far as from what I've seen, they go out and they invest the money into the community, all right? So they have to build these locations. So they've put in, in some cases, millions of dollars to build these locations. And then the community doesn't stand up for these businesses by policing themselves. Why in the world are you waiting till now to grandstand here? And okay, we're gonna go ahead and set up the cameras and be outside this Walgreens because this Walgreens right now is going out of business. Well, whenever that Walgreens is held up, whenever that Walgreens is losing money and you know that there's a huge shrinkage problem at these particular businesses, how come you're not out there in the community saying, hey, we have to stop this behavior, this ninja behavior? How come you're not out there then being proactive, stopping situations like this? This is exactly what happens. Businesses will leave, man. They don't give a damn about your grandstanding here. They don't care. They care about the green, man. As long as you can keep the place safe, and if you could go ahead and if you could speak out against stealing and being a law-abiding citizen, because you have to stress the point, these businesses will leave. Why don't you become a deterrent weapon in this situation? This right here is happening all over the United States. I mean, they're already warning you. When they sit up here and they're locking up all this stuff, you can't even get to the damn deodorants, you know, because it's all locked up. Now you need assistance, you know. Hey, they already warning you. We getting closer to closing this bitch down. We getting close. Y'all keep stealing. Go ahead. And we'll close it down and we'll build it over here in this neighborhood, in this area. We don't mess with that stuff. They're not going to allow that ninja type behavior in those areas. And then you want to go over there to those locations and cry racism. Look, people have to start stepping up for the community, stepping up and saying, look, we need to conduct ourselves better. We need to have a certain decorum. We need to have need to have certain morals and integrity when we sit up here and we dealing with each other out here in this world. This is going to be a huge problem. You already see it. A lot of these abandoned businesses, man. I mean, I've gone to several cities all over the United States, man. And the only time I ever see like a big business like a Walgreens or a McDonald's is closed down, I've only seen it in black communities, man. And I'm telling you, keep messing with these people money. They're going to shut them all down, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Some of y'all going to be like, B&B, you don't know. No, I do know. I'm from them communities too. No, I know exactly what I'm talking about, but that's fine. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.